men shave. Real men shave their faces. Real men shave their faces.
Good morning, Stinky Darling Shaver. This morning I'm going to have another go at the Ming, but today I'm going to just quickly mention these barley blades. These are good blades for some razors. They are not a good blade for the adjustable. The reason is it is such thin metal that it flexes and you get a lot of noise. So use a good quality blade. These are a thicker blade, they're stiffer and they work better along with a lot of other brands. You can always tell when you get, here we go, you can always tell they're just stiffer. They only have to be a little bit stiffer to make a difference. So all I do, because I like my fingers, is I sit it in there, take the cap, snap it down, and my fingers are going nowhere near it. How the hell people are cutting themselves is baffling me. I'm not saying the barley blades are bad. I'm not saying the barley blades are bad. Oh, there we go again. Okay, I'm not saying that these barley blades... Now what I'm not saying is that these barley blades are bad. What I am saying is that given that they're a fraction thinner steel, they are better. Yeah, they're a better blade for the twist down 2-3 piece razors than they are for the adjustable. Just go and take a, totally missed my bin, but you don't need to know that. Okay, so I've got that done. What the hell, I'm gonna have a go at my Oneblade blush again. Just wet the tips, and I'm gonna have my second shave on the... So all I do is this, right? I've wet the brush, I've dabbed it in because it is a softer consistency. I also discovered that the small dab is all you'll need. Add a bit more water to the tips and you can face load this one for really good lather. And I'm happy. I love the brush. I love the brush because it says Oneblade. Be okay with me if they got some different knots. Now that they've got some different colours and different strength fibres, but this Plisson type knot, it's been doing people in bathrooms for some time. It's a known quantity. I think it's a fraction soft. People often say it's a good painter, and I have to tend to agree. But hey, I don't care whether you paint it on or you splash it on, as long as you're getting it on when you daily shave. Right, so make sure we set down. Now I start my first pass on the lowest setting, and then I'll work up for my second and third passes. I just find the lowest molder setting to be the best one to take off your initial hair. Now, there are items I need to talk about. First of all, Rockwell ModelT. It has been delayed. Now, they're up to coatings, and they're quite happy with that process. So I'm thinking we might actually receive our Model Ts, I'm guessing, late August or September. But man, is that dragging on. If you're like me and you just can't wait to try your adjustable, then welcome to my frustration. My own living hell. Anyway, some people say first world problem. Dial it up from its lowest setting to say 2.5 for a second setting. Slightly more aggressive, and off we go with the paint. Two things, probably three things if I think about it, about Oneblade. First of all, lousy customer service. No, probably okay customer service, bad customer communication. People have to wait for replies to emails. They're not being told what's going on. They're tuning in to me. I'm a bad source of authoritative information. Hello. If you're relying on your information from me and not the company telling you what's going on, that's bad. The company's doing something wrong. So Oneblade, go and get whoever's job it is to, if you can't reply to every email, then put something up on a blog and have people read. Because this is basically what I gather is happening. The following is, like I said, they had a problem with some of the dye. Because like I said, when they print multiple ones. So there was the what do you call it? The July 4th Independence Day holidays in the US. So dealing with the company over that was a pain, but they got a handle on it. They discovered which dies had the problem or what was causing it in the process, as to whether it was an injection problem or, you know, alignment, whatever was happening, something. A was supposed to go into B and B wasn't fitting, you know the old story. So they immediately, when they discovered they had a problem, basically from my posts and other people writing in complaining, they immediately stopped shipping because they didn't know which ones, I think they said 1 to 3%, say, you know, were affected. Somewhere around there. Could have been higher, could have been lower. And so they stopped what they were doing until they knew they were sticking out 100% quality checked product. And then they started shipping again, I think a couple of days ago. So some people will be getting the fixed head. Now by fixed head, I don't mean it's any different to the old head. I just mean it's whatever was screwing up those dies have been fixed or replaced, or whatever process was causing them to screw up. So basically, there is no better head. There's only working heads and not working heads. And I too am now waiting for my working head to get shipped to me. So looking forward to that. I'll finally be able to shave with me Oneblade core. The other thing is, and I haven't mentioned this before, people need to know where to get, I need to turn that up another one. So now from 2.5 to virtually 4. And wow, nice and smooth. And this is really helping me get to BBS. And like I said, I have changed from going from high to low. I now go from low to high, and my opinion is my shaves are better. Who knew? And it was only through experimenting I got to find that out. Yes, Oneblade is the place to go for your blades, with the exception of if you're in the UK or the EU, probably Knot Shaving in the UK would be a way better website for you to purchase your blades from. But certainly, mostly because of the import taxes and stuff, whereas they've already got them and you can buy them in bulk. I did get some from them, but they no longer ship internationally, so I couldn't get any more. So my next order of blades are coming from Oneblade because they offer fantastic deals, commensurate with the buying in bulk discounts, plus they got cheap international postage on your buying things. And I suggest try to grab yourself a brush, some of this shaving cream, and this stuff. It's really good. They're going in-house for their consumables, and I'm really pleased about that. Last but not least is get that BBS feeling. It requires me to slow down, work out the exact angle. Up until now, I could pretty much flip-flop around and know that I was getting 99%. But for that 1%, and I like this stuff, you just add a bit more water to it's slick, very slick. Even the residual slickness after I wash it off is ample enough for me to do a buff without lathering up again. But what the heck, once you've got your brush going, keep going. So like I said, if you're looking for a place to buy your blades, I'll put a link to the Oneblade website down in the comments. A bad habit I myself have gotten into is surfing the internet on the laptop in bed. I'm also paying the price, which is I've got lower back, and particularly I've got a frozen shoulder that I probably sprained or hurt when I was moving, probably sprained it lifting, and it's turned into a thing called frozen shoulder. Anyone who's had a frozen shoulder or has pinched a sciatica nerve in their lower back or anything like that will know that it lasts for a long time and it is excessively painful. And it's being exacerbated by my bad habit of sitting up in bed on the laptop, watching YouTube, checking Facebook, replying to people. There's not a lot you can do except change your bad habits. I've tried $500 worth of chiro and massage. They haven't really helped a lot. I'm going to have a ultrasound on my shoulder, check to see if I haven't done something worse than I realise. Or secondly, I'm going to be going for some physio, and I'm going to buy some weights and start doing some upper body lifting, so my muscles should be able to put things back where they belong. Sometimes the only way to fix something is to work it a bit harder. I'm Steve, your Daily Shaver, wishing you all the best of shaves, good shaves, and goodbye.
Bearded man, you think that you're so cool, but your face looks like a small marsupial.